We couldn't get a political heavyweight.
I'm not
Mr.
as heavy as I was.
Yeah,
I
he's not as heavy as he was on the panel, and not discuss. Now, I'm sorry, but I am going to do it. I'm going to mention the B word, the B word. Now, when Stanley came in this morning, he was pretty fired up, riled up about Tony Blair, who'd been telling us all on the radio this morning that we should all admire Theresa May's stamina on Brexit.
Well, of course
Stanley, tell us.
I admire Theresa May's stamina. Of course I do. But as someone pointed out, you know, stamina is not a strategy, and what really, I don't want to get too serious here because it's Christmas coming, but honestly, I do worry that we could get this ludicrous proposal by the government through merely on the basis that poor Mrs May, she's tried so jolly hard, we better let her have it for Christmas. You know, that really does worry me. It's a hopeless, hopeless proposal.
Do you think then that we could definitely have a politician in place of Theresa May who could come up with a better deal?
As far as I'm concerned, the policy is absolutely crucial. You know, do you mind if I have a quick moment on this? I mean, what we got now would stick us in Europe, paying no money, sorry, paying a lot of money, but having no say with what happens forever, ever after. And we have no absolute right to get out. You know, this Irish backstop, sorry to talk about the Irish backstop, backstab, if you like, it's no good. It's no good. We can get rid of it, and if we don't get rid of it, we will have to have a different configuration altogether.
So what would your answer be?
Well, my answer would be simply to say to our dear friends from the EU, this question of the Irish issue cannot be allowed to determine whether or not we can leave.
Earlier you were saying perhaps another general election.
Well, hey, I'm glad to see you. I mean, it's completely ludicrous that this whole Irish question is trying to determine the whole future of the United Kingdom. Well, OK, if we can't get the parliamentary majority, let's either have another referendum or let's have a general election and put it to the people.
Well, obviously, your son has big ambitions.
When people voted to leave, they voted to leave. This proposal does not give it to us. You've got to give the people a chance to actually have that option, and somebody who really proposes that deal, you know, needs support. That's what I think.
But you're not going to say whether you think it should be Boris?
No, I'm not
Boris
going to. There are
a
lot of good people out there whose names I have forgotten.
I do always watch politics and feel quite disassociated from it. Sometimes I feel like it's almost like, and I hate to say the word posh, but a posh members club.
Disassociated is a very posh word.
Well, it feels like a members club that I have no relationship with.
Kind of how I felt growing up as well, and I think it's only when you get older that you realise how much bearing the decisions that people in Parliament are making have on your life, and actually did have on my upbringing and the things that I encountered when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And yet, at the time, of course, it was like you say, in so many schools, you don't get any lessons at all in politics. And
this is a crucial moment. We have a chance. We have a chance of getting it right.
Yeah.
But I think Mrs May, and this is where the Tony Blair point comes in, she thinks that showing stamina, eliciting sympathy, will allow her to get nearer and nearer and nearer the cliff edge till finally someone says, yes. OK, no time left.
My nanny Thelma actually refused to vote. She'd voted all her life, but she refused to vote in Brexit because she said, I'm so old, the outcome isn't going to affect me. And you've got quite strong opinions on that.
I think in the same way that someone could be deemed too young to vote, you know, between the age of 16 and 18, when, you know, this is... whatever happens, the ramifications, you know, that are going to stem from what happens now are going to continue for a long, long time. And that is going to serve...
Bravo.
That means that, you know, the kids of now are the adults of tomorrow, and they're the ones that are going to have to suffer it. So I think, yeah, maybe there should have been an age limit on people who are allowed to vote.
Like
That's
age?
brilliant.
What age?
60.
What you said. I also think, and I think it's the same in Parliament, although maybe they don't become more growingly out of touch. I think there's a lot of people in Parliament who probably start out of touch.
May I call you Steve?
Yeah, Stephen.
Okay.
Stephen. It's PH. So you can call me Steph, not Steve.
Steph. Well, I think you're dead right. And when I say dead, I mean, right, yeah, you're right. You're completely right. It's absolutely ludicrous that the way things went. The oldies, who have everything on their side, you know, they vote, they have the old... You know something? I can travel here with an old age bus pass, for heaven's sake.
What would you, just quickly, because we've got to go to break, but what would you cap it at? What age?
Oh, I'd definitely cap it at 80 anyway. I mean, 80. You know, 80. And I'd also reduce it to 16.